Hey Hunter, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. It's a it's a nice bright day. Just opened up the shades, doing a little impromptu. We decided to do this yesterday evening.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Last minute. I love it. Oh,
Yeah. So I guess we're going to be on here for a while. So hopefully we'll see how many people can stand us. See how long people can
whew.
deal
We
with
have
our
like a.
banter. But the first thing I think we should do is just talk about the 3D charts. What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I've heard this.
We have FOMC in a half hour. So let's demonstrate the 3D chart first. So first, why did we do this, right? Um, Even as a user of Volland at myself, I find it sometimes frustrating that when I hit all expirations and I see a big spike somewhere like 6,300 or whatever, that I'm sitting there scrolling through every single expiration in order to identify where is that spike? Is it sometime soon? Is it out in is it out a year from now or 6 months or where is that spike? And to be honest, we're also developing like a volatility plane, a 3D volatility plane, so you can see all tenors of IV as well. And I said, you know what? While we're doing that, can we load the Greeks in? Like, can we do a Greek volatility plane? And since we already did all those calculations, we decided to release that one first. So here I'm looking at vanna volatility, and you see here, XYZ, I guess, is your matter of perspective, right, Hunter? But right now I'm looking at like X being being right here, the strikes, the Y being the days until expiration, and then the amount, the aggregate value. Right now it's vanna right here. Okay. And you can see that there's a plane there. You can rotate it. You can see the negative values underneath. It's kind of like hidden down there. The positive values up here. And when you see these big spikes, you can see the tooltip right here that this 2.69 billion is 62.95. And that is 2 months in advance. You can see right here, it is 62.50 is 2 days in advance, right? It's probably a big vanna spike only because of FOMC happening right now. That's just 300 and something million. This big one is 62.45. So it seems like it's off by 5 points, isn't it?
What's really cool about this is that you had the vanna heat map to start with, and now you can really see, what that looks like. I think that's where this really started, wasn't it?
Yeah, the vanna heat map, which up here, this is showing you how much each changes. And this one now will show you what the vanna exposure is on each of these, right? So the heat map is kind of, this gives you how much the changes are on each strike based on, their vanna exposure and volatility changes, right?
Right.
This one is giving you a vision of what that volatility is. It's not including that volatility change. So I don't know. What do you think there, Hunter? Do you think this? How does this help you?
So I really love this because before I was really working with 2D charts, and I would use sort of aggregate periods that whether that's 0 DTE or this week or even this year. And so I'm really just working with aggregates, and it's really hard to isolate which expiration. And this is a tool that I've really wanted for a while. And now being able to look at this in a plane, I could see what's more of a driver. Now, I mainly use the delta plane.
I could change that.
Just a click of a button. So when I'm looking at sort of inventory on a day-to-day basis of dealers, this really helps me understand, like, what is the driver? What has the most interest? 0 DTE, I look at that as being a driver most days, but sometimes it's that farther expiration out. what's a larger strike, and this really helps put it in perspective.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just sending a note to our devs. Check to make sure these are right. I'm pretty sure that they're off by 5 points. Yeah. So I mean, this so this gives you, most of the time you hear, puts are bought, calls are sold. The fact that there are negative spikes here tell you otherwise, right? Right here is a good one. What does that tooltip say? Yeah, so 30 days till expiration, I guess it's 6,200.
Mm-hmm.
That is a negative strike. So I mean, there's people selling calls there. Likely selling calls. I doubt they're selling. I mean, they could be selling puts, I guess, right? Yeah, but I mean, the delta does give you a good perspective. You just have to remember that the in the money strikes will show you higher delta than, then there would actually be a like an impact, right? But
well, for me, I'm mainly looking at charm exposure, so it really helps understand sort of where the in the money deltas are growing. And on a 0 DTE side, you see where a lot of the out the money deltas are, decaying. So
yeah, let's check out charm. Charm, you're just going to see it's a big wall at the 0 DTE. There you go.
I wonder what that is.
Yeah. Big wall at 0 DTE, mostly negative. This looks like an iceberg, doesn't it? Yeah, just a little spike. Nothing to see here.
I wonder where charm has the most effect at.
Yeah. Here's something that I did want to talk about a little bit. While we wait for FOMC, but days to expiration 2 and days for expiration, we've been seeing a lot more traffic on the 1 DTEs. It seems like people are getting in their moves earlier than 0 DTE, and 0 DTE has not had. Obviously it has a lot of volume, but it doesn't. People aren't waiting until 0 DTE in order to get their volume out. I find that very interesting. More and more, I'm seeing 1 DTE imbalance.
What would make them go to 1 DTE over a 0 like they've done for the past months?
I think it's just that they position before 0 DTE, like they're positioning today, like at the end of the day for tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just basically it. I think it's, and I don't think it's like dealers or anything. I think it's customers, but
to capture more theta. Oh, I love it. Do you have one of these?
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm looking at my
the coaster.
Oh yeah. I have that.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what I think is happening. But it might be useful to check out the 1 DTE before the end of the day, just to see what might happen. And we could also even look at it and see if it has effect on overnight, because all the moves are happening overnight.
Oh, that was the story of last week. You would see it, and then, oh, well, what was that yesterday or the day before yesterday? The market just moves down 30 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Just in this range, right? All right. Oh, go ahead.
It might be, very just a behavior of, a big event. Everyone's waiting on the FOMC. The market doesn't want to get out of hand too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think a lot of that 1 DTE stuff is short vanna, and they're trying to take advantage of that extra time. I'm sorry, short gamma, not short vanna. All right. So let's take a look right now. This is vanna. So the reason why I'm looking at vanna for FOMC is because volatility will drop, and it's actually already dropped. You see this, like the VIX is already at like 0.7 points down, right? So volatility is going to drop. We want to see where the magnets are going to be, right? And yes, you can look on the vanna exposure chart, but this one will help you if you see vanna exposure as very large, but it's 65 days till expiration. It's not going to have as much of an impact as something, say, 5 days to expiration, right?
Mhm.
So there we go. Let's turn it this way, I guess, even though it's like the shark is coming at us, right? So these spikes right here are going to have a larger impact than these spikes out here. Implied volatility does not move as much on catalysts out in the out months, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take a look at this. We'll take a look at Charm and see, kind of make a game plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Biggest spike right here, 2 days to expiration, makes sense, 62.50. Big spikes right here, 6,200, right? That's where we see the positive. We do see some negative down here. And this is all in the monthly expiration. This is kind of why I said, 62.20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, this spike right here, I don't think we'll get up to 62.50. That's 3 billion alone in vanna, but mainly because of all of this negative vanna down here,
Mm-hmm.
right here. And these are 30 days. So 30 days is 30 days will have an impact. Everybody's kind of positioned in January,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the VIX impact, right?
Yep.
So 6,200, 6,300. Yeah, negative 1.5. Let me zoom out. Yeah, also everybody feel free to chat on the thing, because we, I don't know if we have a half hour of content that we just decided to pop up, and we decided to do this now, and we don't have hours of content. So I mean, we'll have some content after the release, but yeah. So yeah, these spikes right here, the 6,200, 6,300 of negative vanna is going to have a big impact too. Some of these spikes right here, these are passed by calls, I presume. 93 days out. So it's March 60.45. So it's 60.50. Yeah. So I think that overall, I mean, when I looked at the vanna before, I saw like 60-80, that area, as like the default when the market, when FOMC comes out, says their spiel. 60-80 should be where we end up today. And then the fundamental people will look at it overnight, or London will have an opportunity to trade it and make, kind of the real move, so to speak. But flows today are pretty important. So any thoughts, Hunter?
Is sort of a running thesis so far is I don't think anyone's sort of trying to front run an event in positioning yet. I think everyone's sort of waiting to, get clarity and get a solid decision and then position. And I think a lot of that positioning in those later tenors are just structural. The S&P is up almost 28% for the year at its high. So, a lot of these positions are just trying to, protect, collar themselves up. We're seeing a lot of collars, hit the table. So I think short term, you're right, get balanced really around that 60-80 strike. I think we'll see a lot of that start hit right after the press conference.
Yeah.
I think that'll be more leading to what's to come.
Yeah. No, I agree. I could talk about, we have 15 minutes even on the release, which, maybe I should get up like the FOMC release thing. The Nick Timmeros always posts it like right at 2:00, like, oh, look at all the changes they made. I did not see this right before now. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that, so talking about the roll. Yeah. I was looking at yeah, you know what? I could go to Delta and I'll show you what I saw. And it's very interesting because to me, it means that everybody is passing the buck on these huge positions. So there are obviously huge positions in the money. Where are my strikes? There. There are huge positions that are in the money. There are some questions on the YouTube. Oh, all right. So I'm getting pinged.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of questions on the thing. Can we get a demo for how to use on a swing trade? Yeah, 15 minutes. I'm gonna write down. All right. And real life, not financial advice. What are some trades or trade styles this could help inform? Okay. So let's talk. Yeah. Because this is not as much a zero DTE thing. This is more of a swing trade thing. So let's check it out. Okay. Now, it also depends on how you trade. Personally, I love the Swiss Army knife of options. And most of my positions are Franken spreads, right? Like, oh, there's a butterfly here and there's, a vertical out here. And there's, all this stuff going on in calendars. And I'm hedging, so to reduce risk, that kind of thing, right? That's how I trade. Hunter just uses the hammer of futures, right? The hammer of the futures.
Yep.
And it's just like buy the future or sell the future, right? So here's the thing. First of all right, so I'll tell you what I look at when I'm making a swing trade, right? First, it's mostly Vanna that I'm staring at, okay? And the reason why I stare at Vanna is because dealers hedge Delta and Gamma pretty much right away, right? They hedge Delta daily toward the end of the day. Gamma, they hedge when they need to, okay? They don't hedge Vega very much. And typically the reason why is because they are I guess you could say long Vega, but they are collecting theta typically, right? That's why we included the premium values on Volland, right? Like how much net premium are the dealers holding, right? Is it negative? Is it positive? What's going on? So normally, if the dealers are positive premium, they don't want to hedge it. They're collecting money. They only hedge it if they need to. So, well, let me drink some water. My throat dries out really quick. So,
we only have 2 more hours.
So anyway, that's why I stare at Vanna, because what they're seeing, the dealers are seeing as they're hedging, is Delta growing or Delta shrinking. And yes, a lot of that comes from new positioning, but it also comes from the second order Greeks, Vanna, which is implied volatility changes as it's affecting Delta, Charm, which is time changes as it's affecting Delta, and Gamma, obviously, which is underlying changes affecting Delta. And they just see the Delta changes and they're like, okay, time to hedge Delta. Let's do it. Right. Obviously they know what Vanna is. I'm not saying that they, they're like some dopes that are just only hedge Delta, right? They know what it is. And they know if they really need to hedge it, they just kind of change the pricing on their options. But all this exposure, when you see a volatility curve, it's very smooth. It has a center and it's very smooth all the way across. But when you see the dealer positioning, which you could even see in OI, I mean, it's not even like a far stretch on non-Volland statistics to see there are a lot of spikes, there are a lot of big positions, and there are a lot of small positions, and it's not a smooth curve. And there's not even knots really in the curve. I mean, there are some. If you calculate it yourself, there are some knots in the curve, but overall, not much, right? So what I try to do is say, okay, and knowing that positive vanna, like the more positive vanna you have, the more positive hedging, or I guess unhedging would be the right word, the more positive unhedging dealers would have to do. So looking at this to help with making a swing trade. If you look on the exposure chart, you would see definitely there's a lot at 6,300. You don't know where it is though, right? And sure, these like short-term ones are going to go away eventually, but you can look on here and say in 30 days, where are the big spikes in vanna, right?
Mm-hmm.
The aggregate, I would still go on the other widgets for, because you can't really add all that together. Hold on, updating. Okay. But you could see here, zooming in, here's the 30 days. So this is January, right? We see a couple of positive strikes here. We see one here at 6,100, which is probably, yeah, so it's 6,100. So that's our big wall right now, right? We see a positive here at 6,320. So really, I guess I should be going here. But this is the kind of row for a swing trader. This is what I'm looking at, right? This right here is probably JPM, right? No, 6,200 is there. Where's
You say the strikes might be like 5 off.
Yeah, they are 5 off. We already talked about that.
I didn't know if that was that right.
It was good if it was like 1,000. It's better than before when it was like 1,000 off. We just made a mistake on the axes. Yeah, so I mean these vanna points. Oh, you know where 6055 is? Down here. Because we're past it, right? So 6055 is probably like right here. Nope, 62. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. But anyway, so this is the kind of row I'm looking at, right? This is where
Oh. I see that he froze. Is it just me? Well, looks like YouTube is still going. It's just me left. All right. Looks like we got to work on that. Let's see. Try to get him back up and going. Oh, now it's all my improv. I don't even think I can present, can I? Let's see. I could help. See if I can get screen sharing. Yes, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to get where I'm able to screen share for you all, and then I can go over some zero DTE, some vanna stuff, and we'll go from there. I don't know what happened if their service went out. Oh, their internet is down. So this is just me left. I don't know when it's going to come back on for them, but it's just me now. We're just asking for some grace over here. Asking for some grace and some patience. I tried the whiteboard. Not having much luck. Not familiar with this software either. But if you just have questions, I'm happy to go through it. I'll do the best I can without being able to screen share or until we can get this up and going. But yeah, so a demo to how to use a free a swing trade. Although I mainly do trade day to day on futures, there are times where I will go for sort of a swing trade. I'm looking mainly at the 3 to 6 week period, and I use sort of vanna. I know Dark Matter mentions it a lot about sort of the quadrants. It's the buy, sell, buy quadrant, and you really look as the market wants to sort of push and pin towards those large vanna nodes. Those large vanna nodes are my uh, areas of interest, sort of what I choose to play into. And I know Wiz, he loves doing like 8-leg centipede spreads. So um, I mainly target sort of vertical spreads, get delta exposure. Let's see some art. I would love to share. And I'm still working on that. Oh, he's back.
Our whole FiOS went out and our whole house.
I was trying to.
I'm on my hotspot right now. So didn't mean to abandon you, dude.
Oh, we were just sitting here awkwardly waiting on you. I was trying to figure out how to play Jeopardy music in the background. Couldn't figure that out.
No, you can't do that with.
Oh, it's my screen. Oh,
I gotta share my screen again.
you can.
I mean, I can.
I was
That's crazy.
gonna go over some other stuff
Yeah.
while you got back on, so you can go back to you. All right.
Are we seeing me?
Yep, all you.
Flipping around. Yeah. So essentially, what I do is these are the target areas that I have for the 1 month, right? And I do that on the exposure chart mostly. But then I look a little bit further out. Stuff like 6,300 seems to be a huge strike. I'm not saying that we will hit it, but I mean that's a decent strike to target a little bit. Since we see it, month after month after month, but we don't see it as much here in this 1 month time frame. So I mean, probably in the 1 month time frame, 6,100 will be a huge spike. It'll be tough to pass. Let's see what this is right here.
By the way, Jason, we have less than 2 minutes till the data comes out.
Oh, all right. Here, maybe I should
before the storm.
Maybe I should. Here's the question: should I be putting up the FOMC, or should I just put up Nick Timiraos?
They're the same thing. You see the Office meme? It's like, what are the difference between these two images? Oh. You'd be surprised.
Oh man, those guys! Have you heard about this? That stranded NASA astronauts that are stuck in space because Russia won't get them or something like that. It's funny. It's funny for me. If I were them, I'd be like, "What do we do?" Like all day in zero gravity. That would be awful.
The book is very thin right now.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here, 44 days, we have 6,300. A lot of positive spikes here. So a lot of people selling at 6,300. That's probably a peak for the year, right? What do you think?
64. Really?
6,300 all over the place. But anyway, but see, here's the other thing too that I noticed. And we could talk about this in between, actually, unless, like they did something crazy, like not raise rates or something, then we'll talk about that. But
we're going to find out in 20 seconds.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. I'll bring up the FOMC.
So we're opening 10 contracts per tick on ES right now. Oh, boy.
What happened?
You just dropped about 10 points. Let's see. Did they decide to do anything?
So it's today. Oh, here's the projections. The SEP. They're still looking at a bunch of cuts. Oh. Obviously, they're seeing, there's some dissensions. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4 dissensions. I guess they cut, right? That's what everybody's saying right here, right?
Let's see. Watching ZQ to see what they're repricing in now.
They're only saying 2 cuts next year.
The curve is like drastically flattening right now. All across ZQ right now is getting repriced. It's flattening out.
Wow.
Terminal rate at the end of next year is 3.75 right now.
Yeah, that's what it's showing here.
Yeah.
I'm on the dot plot. So that's only 2 cuts. That's why it is the market selling off, because they were projecting 3 or 4 last time. What?
I'm watching ZQ at the moment. The entire curve is literally just coming down. They're repricing all that news right now.
Yeah, it's minus 6 points right now for SPX. So the market is selling off.
March is currently sitting at 4.25. Is that
wow?
Is that what you have?
So all right, I'm looking at. So again, remember 6,000 is the biggie, right? 6,000 is the big strike to watch. Obviously, I mean, like the VIX has popped a little bit to -0.4 instead of -0.75, but we would need to get down below 6,000 in order to realize this. It looks like 4 people did not want to cut today.
What do you think about the recent CPI report this past week and PPI?
It's probably why 4 people didn't want to cut today. I mean, for the past 6 months, CPI, core CPI, I mean, obviously like headline changes, but core CPI was flat, like 3.3, almost every single, almost exactly every single month, flat 3.3. And, so I'm thinking like, why are you cutting? And obviously the only reason why they could be cutting, and employment was kind of flat, it's like gradually getting worse. But why are you cutting? Economic growth is there, but inflation is remaining persistently high. And it looks like 4 people agreed with me. Everybody else did not. And it looks like by the end of next year, they're seeing only 2 cuts. That is a minus policy change. Has negative implications. But as far as like liquidity goes, I mean, I honestly think it's the right move, but like they need to cut how many times they cut, right? Who's this guy? This guy's Jerome Powell right here. Jerome Powell, 3.25 cut, right? Wants to cut.
I wonder, let's see, I'm going to check the rest of the curve, see what else they're repricing. I think terminal, they repriced to like 3.25.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're seeing as well?
Oh, I'm not looking at that at all. I'm just looking at the SEP.
See how they move everything around. I see March of 2028 right now is sitting at 3.75.
So March of 2028, 3.75. The SOPR is looking at 3.75. You said. So they're projecting 2 cuts into March and then nothing.
It's just 2028.
28. You said.
Yeah, 2028.
Oh no, that 2028. You're looking at No, you're looking at like 3.25.
Interesting. It's weird to see that discrepancy.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly, it's kind of normal, right?
Do you want to go reprice the 2028 curve? Oh, we just got a couple of years till we get there. We're not wrong. We're just early.
Nothing happens in between now and 2028.
Oh,
This is kind of funky, the fact that there were 4 people that dissented. Huh.
well, the data's been really strong. Um, I don't really look at that as very bullish on the market,
Yeah.
especially from the side ES has been very sell side. We've talked about that for a little bit. We've just needed uh, news to move it lower.
Yeah, market's selling off now.
We're trading 60.36, 60.35s SPX. I think this is enough to get our 6,000. If we do remember, what does your Vanna update look like? Past that 60.55 area, that's been a giant wall, 60.50.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, it's moving faster than Volland. Let's see. Let's go to Delta. Oh, I don't want to edit. I just want to add, right? Here's Delta. Interesting. This is just today. So these are sold puts. There's probably like a sold vertical here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. These are calls. These are bought calls.
So calls. That might be a part of the trade that we saw the other day, where they're positioning in 1 DTE before.
Yeah.
They've been sitting there.
Well, this is today. This is just today's expiration.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So these are the puts that are above market. Seems like a lot of people saw this coming, huh? Oh, they bought protection, I guess. 60.50. Ooh, 60.26. We might be going to 60. We're at 60.25. 60.22. Wow.
There's no one stepping in to buy this yet.
Is that what you're looking at?
Mm-hmm.
You could you want to share your screen now?
Oh, you can see it, yeah. It's just the book is just thin. It's constant sell pressure selling into it.
Yeah.
So there's just no one's. You even have the offer. You see this? They're stacking the offer. They're offering the pit. So, to me, there doesn't seem sort of a bounce on the table yet. You have sort of some reversion buyers, but really, you look below. Who's stepping in to buy?
Yeah.
This guy down here at 77, but that's 30 points below. 20, 30 points, and then another one 60, 60. But right now, it's just I wouldn't catch this knife.
If we get below 6,000, man, and I mean, it depends on this. It depends on this press conference. Let me see if I could find where the press conference is. I won't turn on the music because that's it's very annoying music. I remember one time I put on the music, and then when I was laying down in bed at night, that's all I was thinking about was the FOMC music.
It's so bad.
It was terrible.
Oh. Yeah, we've broken Tuesday's low, and we've also broken Friday's low. So
yeah, this is
not very.
The two good. Cuts. Two is a big change from 4. I think it was like 4 or 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Jerome Powell's going to come out and just be,
You've broke 60.20 now. You're now trading below. You're about to go for 60.15. They're stacking the offer again. That's just
wow. I mean, you kind of expect it. I mean, it's negative Vanna. It's, we got to get down below 6,000 though. Otherwise, this is a buy the dip.
Well, you just broke what was that last week's low already?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really, the book's starting to thicken up a little bit now because of, events sort of gotten over. So, I think a lot of the volatility has gotten out of the way now. We kind of see how all those orders starting to thick up on the bid now. It's the easy way to see if someone's going to step in to buy this or not, but it's still
Yeah.
not even close to anyone catching the knife yet. It's still liquidate. A lot of bulls were just expecting Tuesday and Friday's low to hold, and now that that's broken, I mean, I think your clear sky's down to 6,000.
Well, if 6,000 breaks, man, that's a
That's what you're lining up for now. It's
yeah.
been clear distribution. 60-75 has been that giant level we keep on. Well, you talk about 60-80.
Well, I said 60-80 was the default, but just because that's where like the maximum vanna was yesterday. But I didn't, that's the default. That means like if things happen the way everybody expected it to, then that's where it end up. We're now breaking below those lows, and it's now getting to 60-40, 60-14. Wow. All right. I'll wait. This is 230.
VIX is going through the roof. VIX is 16. Over 16s now. Oh, do you have any thoughts on volatility? Was it expiration before FOMC?
I mean, it's something that my thought is I think that has some kind of impact, but it's mostly just hedging impact. So probably they're gonna have to hedge a month out, which means buy a few more VX. But that's not data backed. We'd have to study that, but
it's weird.
Okay, so we're a line in the sand down to 60-10, which is funny because that's basically where you said the book thickened up, right? I wonder if people are going to start buying puts now.
It's a big good level to bounce. You start getting some buying. That's what we're really looking for, is the bids to start thickening back up.
But it's press conference time, right? The press conference could become an event in itself.
It always is. Always is. I still don't see the case for like a bounce yet, just kind of slowing.
Yeah.
Slow it down. Can't go there all at once.
Well, in your shoes, it's a do not trade, right?
Sit on hands.
Yeah, sit on hands.
If forgot to sit on hands, refer to rule number 1.
But it's very interesting. Very interesting.
Another interesting part is you kind of see how they advertise. 170 a lot down here at 60-77. You just gotta, those get to play into for some odd reason. I can't explain it.
So the plus side, Curios is looking good.
Oh,
another good Curios day.
Oh.
I mean, it's no yesterday, but it's good today. 60-14. All right. Let's engage with the crowd. We've got 213. Anyway, to wrap up, we got 15 minutes until the press conference, which I don't know if we can.
Interesting.
I mean, it's free to the public. I mean, would it be a problem to broadcast that?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I wonder what color tie he's going to wear. That's always the big one. I think he should wear a Christmas tie. That's like, if he's going to cut rates, he needs to wear a red one. If he's not going to cut rates, or if he's going to cut rates, he should wear an American flag.
Funny if he has like a Santa tie with the lights on the eyes, like.
He comes out instead of a suit, it's going to be a ugly Christmas sweater. The whole room's Christmas.
Don't pay attention to what I'm saying. Look at these eyes. Look at the blinking lights.
Oh.
Look at the blinking lights. Don't pay attention. I was the one that wanted to cut 6 times next year. Guys, don't blame me.
Blink twice if want to cut rates.
Blame Bostic. Bostic's fault. Don't blame me.
Oh.
Blame Goolsby. Yeah, so we got 15 minutes. I'm just, to sum up real quick, how I would use this to describe my swing plays. Obviously, I would have my 1 month up because 1 month is my swing time frame. I know some people have longer, but this will show you perpetually. 6,300 is absolutely a top to me. From my view, this whole friggin' thing changed because of FOMC.
That's what we were talking about. I don't think anyone's going to position till.
I know. I think it's not that people didn't position. It's that the vol curve right now is probably going. This is the vol curve. So that was pretty good, right? So yeah, hold on. What is this strike? Holy cow, 62. Is that actually 62.40 or is it 62.50? Did they move the 5 points? I texted them. Did they move the 5 points the wrong direction?
10 points.
Now it's 10 points. Oh, we're down to 60.12. Oh man, I would love to see below 6,000. Oh my goodness, all those Twitter trolls, all you Twitter trolls out there, shut up. Not that I really care. I mean, keep trolling me. You're just driving up my engagement. But let's see. Yeah, I don't take it personally. I'm making money. You guys have stuff to figure out if you're not. All right. So let me get Michael and Max. You could talk your order flow stuff.
Market's still trading lower. We're at 60.10s. You had sort of a big short covering there at 60.90s, but nothing that's sort of saying, take this higher. You're still in liquidation mode.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot of adjustments at the moment. Curve bond futures are moving at the moment. Gold's down 1% and still going.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Things are finally moving.
Well, it's because that's real rates are going up, right?
Mm-hmm. I said this earlier, but my favorite part of the Big Short movie is when the market went down.
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's see. I mean, I would love to see.
Wow. Tell you what's really good to look at now is look at 0 DTE delta. This is something that I look at every day. And
probably flattened out, right?
Well, what's very interesting is sort of this in the money puts that we have. When I'm particularly looking at the different paradigms, how we have right now, we're at a deep Gex line in the sand. And one ironic part about Charm is, Charm works really good without the money, but it also works good within the monies too. And so Delta really helps see like what is their position, how much size do they have on in the monies.
Yeah.
And I think, where we get to times where we close at Gex line in the sands, a lot of this is, these puts just stay in the money. And it gets to a point where, all this Delta starts growing. The dealers have to get more and more short.
Yeah.
And so that's where we force them to move lower. And what's interesting is that we've moved so far down that where this was no Delta, this is all lit up where dealers have to short into this.
Okay.
So that was just what just now happened. 60 50s just lit up, 60 30s lit up. So these are all dealer shorts. So they're short, they get positive delta, they have to keep them shorting. Of course, when we look at a gamma chart, it's pure negative gamma. These guys are hedging, increased hedging frequency. These guys are participating more, and these guys are making the move.
Yeah,
I don't really see a recovery
on
happening.
the plus side, we just crossed over into positive vanna.
But
which you expect if you're gonna cross over 6,000, you're gonna cross into positive vanna. But it's the gamma run that you're gonna. Oh, we're at 6,008. Go, Kyrios, go.
So this is
now we're at the boundary here. This is the boundary.
See the deep line, the sands around 6,000, 6,009. So,
well, it's probably coming down. Oh, now we're bounced to 60.12. Ooh, so it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We'll see.
What's very ironic is dealers have these deeper in the money calls right now at 59.70 and 59.75. So I mean, I believe those will get defended today. I think they'll keep those, but I think, it's going to be a close between 60.30 to 59.70. That's 60-point goalpost, but JP can say anything, right?
Well, just, I do want to close the book a little bit on swing trading. You could see far out, where the big positive vanna is. But, you could obviously look at your target. I would use the exposure for, your target time frame. I guess right now your target time frame would be, for me, it's like a month. So I look at the January OPEX, see, where they're positioned. Is it net positive vanna or net negative vanna? Because, as we pass by these calls, you could get negative vanna. So that's what I look at. And then I also look at I look at the volatility curve, which we don't have on Volland yet, but I mean, you could see it. I use IBKRs right now. You could see where the skew is high and where it's flat. And if you see it skew flat, you could say puts are cheap, or, and you want to buy those negative vanna strikes, the in the money calls, that kind of thing. So anyway, that's kind of what I look at when I do my swing trades. And also, when I see is skew flat, but vanna has major spikes, that's how I also decide to do whether short gamma or long gamma moves. Right now I am long gamma bearish, but long gamma bearish, I actually have a full risk reversal on, but I'm always like, and that's 30 days out. But when I see like vanna get, the near term vanna getting positive, I will hedge on the upside. So I will have, like butterflies and stuff like that in the upside. So when the market goes up, I lose, $300 or something. And then when the market goes down, I gain 1,000. So that's how I play it. And I think, honestly, I think that, it's been working, you just kind of, it is a little bit of Franken spread kind of thing. Many times I'm not positioned in a bearish risk reversal. A lot of times I'll have, sold put spreads, sold put spreads all over the place. And then, I'll be hedging if I see danger to the downside. And, those hedges are very cheap, long gamma, that kind of thing. So that's how I do my swing trades. That's my 3-minute spiel with Hunter's screen showing instead of mine. But, honestly, the 3D chart helps me because then I could see what expirations are critical, what expirations are critical. I mean, I could show yours. I know Jill went outside because Catherine's coming home. I just saw the bus drive by. It's kind of right there. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I would swing trade. Yeah. So, and you could also see, like that 6,300 is perpetual, and that probably, I know like all the Goldman predictions, I should do a ad Deum prediction or a Volland prediction. Be like, Volland predicts 6,300 is the top. We'll see. It may not even close there, but 6,300, that's our top. So
Volland shows that Goldman hasn't positioned for 6,300 yet. Where's the 6,300 strike, Goldman?
Yeah. So let's do some. We've got 5 minutes. Let's do some viewer engagement. Wow, we have 275 people watching us. I didn't know you had that many relatives, Hunter.
Whew, I really had to call a bunch up. Actually, while you were gone, that's what I was doing.
Somebody help! Help!
Oh.
Okay. JPOW trying to stop the signal. And there's a lot of there's a lot of words, but I don't know. Oh, so Zach is saying we should what we should do? We got 5 minutes. I think we should be like Mystery Science Theater 3000 on JPOW. We sit there and be like, we'll sit there. We got to be like, like put words in his mouth. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
thank you. Thank you for coming to my press conference. I first want to say I have puts. I bought the puts at one. I bought the puts at 159. We're bouncing back up at 60.23 now.
really?
Yeah. Bouncing back up.
I really think
you know, if you don't get down below 6,000, that's what happens, right?
the knife catchers strike again. Beware the knife catchers.
Yeah, that's that is true because we would have to see if
Wow, this is a lot of positive Vega on this 62.45 strike. I have the Vega heat map up right now. I'll see where a lot of their long and short vol come from.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very, very informative tool, and you could probably sit with this thing all day and still not get bored and tired of it.
Yeah.
But there's just so much information that can be derived from it. It's just you got to figure out how to do that efficiently first.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm new to it too. Obviously, we just launched this, so. Oh, coming down again. Just a bunch of dip buyers. We got down to 6,007. So yeah, you need below 6,000. So.
Did I read that right?
Did you read what right?
6,007?
6,007 is where we stopped, and now we popped back up to like 60.22 or something. Now we're dropping again.
That was where the extreme line in the sand was for Gex.
Was it really?
Yeah. Oh, it was 6,009. It gets you in the right area. That's it's
wow. Sometimes I even amaze myself.
I'm just a zero DTE trader.
Yeah.
If you look into the abyss long enough, sometimes they'll stare back at you.
Yeah. Zach saying we'd love if the floor was more. Oh, you mean like that zero line in the 3D chart? You could pass along that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, we before it was like a yellowish, like a bright yellow, but then in the light mode it looked terrible. So we changed it to like this tan because it was the one thing that worked in both light and dark mode. Yeah.
I guess that does, yeah.
All right. So before we do this, right, I'm sure all of you are now wondering, right? I'm sure all of you are wondering what is behind that door, right? That is your question. I'm sure you're about to find out here at 2:29, right before J-Pal comes on.
I'm so confused. What? I don't even. I wasn't prepared for that. Well, all right.
Hi, Hunter. I'm on because
Was
normally
he
I'm
supposed to do
very, very
that?
much behind the scenes, but I'm actually going to take Jason's place because Jason, you don't just like go off and go to the bathroom like that. Okay, guys, have a good rest of the show. Bye.
We have hours. When am I supposed to go to the bathroom?
A warning?
What?
You said, what's behind that door? I thought you were going to come out and do something.
No, I'm trying to go back there. I just said, what's behind the door? It's the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh. Thought you were going to do like a J Powell impression. How about he's just fucking
No. All right. He's on.
Oh, man. We're at 6,005 right now. This is the deep line in the sand, according to Volland. Volatility keeps creeping higher. Not a buyer in sight.
Wait, should we share JPOW? JPOW's talking.
If you can.
No, you know what we should do? No, I know what to do. I'm going to turn on captions. Oh, it turns him off though.
I mean, I can run to the restroom now.
Go ahead. You can go.
Restroom.
Oh, you can't hear JPOW? Sorry. I didn't realize you guys couldn't hear Jerome Powell. Hold on. I don't know how to fix that. We broke 6,000 again, down. Oh, that was like for like 2 seconds. 2 seconds, 0.15 points. I didn't realize you guys couldn't hear JPOW. I don't know how to fix that. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, Jason, it happened.
I don't know. I'm trying to. He's just talking right now. He didn't ask any questions, but I'm trying to. Apparently, it doesn't show up as the audio isn't on.
We've officially traded 6,000 SPX.
Yeah, for like 0.15 cents. That's not a break. That's just like a lucky. Yeah, it's like a. But anyway, I don't know how to get the Fed.
This is.
I guess I can go on YouTube and do this. I mean, he's just talking, right? Blah 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 blah. Can you hear him now?
I cannot hear him.
So you can hear him?
I cannot.
No. Okay. Well, okay. So we have the captions on. I guess we can. What I'll do is I'll turn down the volume on the YouTube. All right, Hunter, can you talk a little bit?
Testing.
All right, good. So that just turned off JPow. I could read this too. So he's just talking now, just whatever was on the thing. Yeah, we're streaming with so having these captions on will be helped. Yeah. Promote our maximum employment and price stability goals. But he didn't actually just address the fact that there were only 2 cuts. Oh, market coming back down. We're now down below 60.10.
We're going to go trade. What was that 59.99?
Yeah,
Then you could say it wasn't
59.85. Everybody's like, we broke 6,000. Like,
Cal, I've been waiting on this for so long.
I know. Like,
you know how bearish I've been.
You see it in the vanna, like, you have to pay eventually, but
you see it in the order flow as well.
Yeah. You see it, but let's see.
One of the worst things lately is that the move happens overnight. So about time the move finally happens during regular trading hours.
Yeah. But yeah, right now he's just talking about supporting maximum employment.
So
hold on one second, I'm going. Time for a pretzel or two. Pretzels are my brain food. I don't know what your guys' brain food is. Pretzels are my brain food.
So from a Volland standpoint, how would you expect sort of positioning going forward? Do you expect the positioning to happen sort of from when he quits taking questions into close? Do you expect more of that aggregate positioning to happen tomorrow, later in the week? How do you expect that to unfold?
So hold on. I'm also watching this. The one thing that I saw is there's a lot of positioning that has come on, particularly yesterday, the day before, and there's a lot of in-the-money calls. That's how they paid for their premiums, and that's a bad sign. That's gonna be low vanna for the year. You know what I mean? Okay, he just said he's gonna pause next month.
Did he just say he will pause? That's not being very.
He said that pausing next month would likely be the right call. Both of our goals, maximum employment, price stability, we see as risks as two-sided, moving too slowly and needlessly to undermine economic activity. So this was a canned question.
Oh boy, this thing looks like it has another leg lower.
What he just said.
Oh. He
just said that we're going to pause next month. That was not last month's thing.
Someone dropped 7,000 contracts on the ES. That's a lot.
Wait. So, sorry. Job finding rate is low, declining in other measures, such as surveys of workers. Okay. So he's justifying why he cut today, and it's because of cooling labor market. That's what he says, but we know what the real story is. But inflation is still going up.
The real story, government debt.
Made a great deal of progress on inflation, but that's what he's saying.
So I see this right. VIX is still soaring.
Inflation is flat. It's coming down at a slower pace. There's Nikki.
So with sort of the initial reaction out of the way, where do you sort of stand now going into the end of the year?
6,000. We have to hit 6,000. That's basically the.
I've already hit it.
No, I mean like okay. Literal police. You know, I mean like 59, 99, 85. That does not count as hey, we're going down. You know, like that does not count as a break.
So what would you look at as like a break, like trading 50? What was that 50?
I mean, I would say
59.80s?
sustainable, like a candle stays under there.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, cut further. Okay, so he said he wants to see progress on inflation before he cuts again. So now inflation staying flat would mean they're not going to cut, right? Oh, he just talked about the median. Yeah, he just talked about the median pace of cuts being 2, down from 4 in September.
That's just
okay. Hold on, a Reuters. All right, he's going to ask about Trump, and Jay Powell's going to say, "I'm not paying attention to Trump." All right, so looking at the market, I don't know, man. What do you see? Order flow. We're at 6,008.
I see continuation lower at the moment.
You see continuation lower?
Yeah, I think they're going to have this sort of FOMC gap above, and they're going to hold the gap. We're probably trading down to lower balance. We can expect a little bit more pain ahead. Equities is not rewarding what Jay Powell is saying. Someone sold 7,000 contracts at ES earlier, like at 6,005 SPX. So,
wow,
you don't trade that sort of size for a level you want to.
We're down to 6,002.
I would be surprised with more.
Right now, Jay Powell is talking about rising GDP as a reason why he doesn't need to cut yet. Doesn't need to cut anymore. By the way, he's wearing a purple dotted tie. What is that? Purple and blue.
That's a new one. That's like, I want to be bullish. I was one of the bullish governors, but my constituents weren't.
My goodness, that guy's shirt matches almost exactly Jay Powell's tie. Did you see that?
Another 3,000 sold on the bid.
They got to show that guy again. 6,000 test. 6,000 test. Oh, come on, man.
This is so bad.
Jerome Powell is like stepping on his own toes here. Oh, interesting. He said that some governors took into account Trump's fiscal policies, and some didn't, which I guess is why 2026 is so different. So, yeah, he's saying there's a lot more uncertainty about inflation. What's the market at? Did we pass down below 6,000 again, or did we bounce?
Or at 6,002, we're still taking down.
We're still. The longer we stay down here, though, we're going to keep knocking on the door. It's like those orcs in the Lord of the Rings. Look at this guy's shirt matches Jay Powell's tie. Look at the shirt. Wait.
They planned it
for it.
Another 3,000 on the bid. Wow, that's a lot of size. A lot of size.
Hold on, 6,000 test. Rejected again. Come on, man. 6,000 is a strike. Like, we knew it's a strike. I know that this won't be easy, but anyway. J Powell's tie matches that guy's shirt. Do you know what that means?
What does
The
that mean?
FOMC is in charge of the drones in New Jersey. That's why. That's who's flying the drones. FOMC.
6,000 in 20, 6,000. About to trade under it. Here we go.
Come on.
There it is. Under 6,000.
Go.
59.98.
Go.
Here we go.
Oh, man. Tomorrow's going to be fun. I can't wait for all Twitterati to shut up. Here we go. Push. All right. Everybody's raising their hand. Let's talk to Nick. Oh, it's Chris.
No one's buying this on ES. No one's stepping in to buy. This is just real selling, you know? Oh, man. I guess all the dollar cost averagers can have some fun.
Tealbook alternative simulations.
Oh, this is... Jason, we might keep on going. Like
I told you 6,000, man.
We broke 6,000. Like, I don't see.
I told you 6,000. Then it's going to be 59.50 real fast.
59.70 is like the line to hold. Outside of that, then there's like, good luck, everybody else. You know.
Yeah, nothing.
How's Tesla doing?
Let me see.
Just not look at Tesla. I'm almost back to break even.
What?
I'm almost back to break even on my Tesla short.
Oh.
I'm at 458. I need some help. Oh man. Oh, I think this is a straight shot. I think Jerome Powell just killed Christmas.
That's why he's wearing a purple tie, because it's red and green, right?
Oh,
or it's red and blue.
There's a buyer.
Purple. Red and blue is purple.
There's a buyer right here.
Yeah.
Oh, he jumped out. Wow.
Wait, this guy's fresh for at least some time. Riskier.
That guy took one.
So he's talking about tariffs. Again, they're talking about Trump fiscal stuff.
A guy on ES just scalped, was it 500 contracts for one tick, or not one tick, 1 point.
Holy cow, man!
Some people.
Damn. Where's Vomit Dolphin? Where's Disciple when you need him?
The puking dolphin.
This is a Vomit Dolphin. I said 59.50 real fast if 6,000 gets broken. Finally. You always have to pay for your vanna. He's talking about tariffs. He doesn't know how much tariffs would be passed on to the consumer or absorbed by the companies. People are asking him like economics questions about fiscal policy because he knows that the people enacting the fiscal policy probably have no idea.
I think it's really tough to price tariffs. I think it's sort of that word out there right now. It's like, how do you price tariffs?
He's basically saying we're going to stand pat. We're not going to anticipate economic results from the tariffs. That's kind of what he's saying now. What is the market saying? Right?
You have some knife catchers here, Jason.
Oh. You
have some nice people are buying at 60 ES. You have some knife catchers. This is looking a lot better. What if he gets like a pager? He's like, all right, talk optimistic now.
Oh, here's Nick Timmerhost.
Let's see if they conquer 6,000 again, 6,000 SPX. Interesting.
Wait.
Where's the offer?
Wow, J-Pow has dead air too. Is core inflation coming down to 2.5? That would be nothing. Oh man.
Something about this 59.87 level. Interesting. Someone likes it.
I like pretzels. In particular, I like nuggies.
The This is, I mean, you have buyers stepping in 60-60 ES. I mean, this might be sort of the not much further damage the rest of the day. Like relief rally into close now.
You think we're done for the day?
That's what it looks like right now. It looks like a lot of the damage is done. There may be like a new low put in, but not like another giant leg lower for another 15 points. Stocks are being bid as well, so change in pace has happened.
So this is it for the day, you think?
I think it's
essentially it for the day.
A lot of the downside, yes. I think a lot of it's out of the way. Going to knife catch with some, oh man. There's people with more money doing that than me right now, and I'd rather let them have fun. Sit on hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when in doubt, sit on hands.
That's your zero DTE thing, right?
Mm-hmm. FOMC, I think, triumphs zero DTE. JP could say like a string of words, and they'll take off with it.
No, it's really funny. It would be great if like somebody accidentally knocks down the flags in the background there. There's the whole FOMC trading zero DTE going, buy, sell.
Order filled. Order. That's all you hear in the background. It's order filled.
Yeah.
Order filled.
British guy going, order filled.
Oh. Yeah. You know, for me on the zero DTE landscape, I think today's sort of risk off. You know, this isn't something that I would really trade particularly. But what gets very interesting is sort of how tomorrow's
got a new
going to
low
shape up with zero DTE. We're at 83s. They may get a new low, but it won't have that much
All right.
behind it.
Let's
I don't know why he's
out.
buying at 60-60. There's something about that 87.
I'm going to check out Vanna now. All expiration Vanna.
Worst English accent ever.
What?
No.
All right.
We
We are now positive Vanna. The support here is at 59.75. There's a little bit of support. Right here. I guess there's some puts that are being bought. I don't know if it's zero DTE or probably end of the week. But so I guess we might be catching a little bit of support here. Shouldn't be a lot though. It's only 1 billion of Vanna. Right.
Wow, VIX is almost 18. Something about this little area. I don't know why they're buying 87s, 85s, 83s on SPX.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's no support here, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm not playing it. Like I said, sit on hands.
Yeah, I mean they're slowing maybe here because there's no lower area. We are now positive Vanna, but that's still not. It's not a lot of positive Vanna, you know. Right here, a little bit of support. We can get.
You know, ironically, I wonder what the stats are, but like this is like our first like 1% day intraday that wasn't with an overnight gap in a while.
True. Yeah. So it looks like we're flat here. But still, I mean, this is flat. This is not, so if there's fundamental, fundamental flows take you down, there's nothing stopping them. Vanna itself, like we said, looking at 12 and -8. That's only 4 billion in Vanna, dude. I mean, this can get nasty, man. Are we still dropping, or are we?
Yep, still down ticking. You are trading 59.79s now. Love it.
Take it, Twitter. Hedge to the upside. Lose $200 when you're going up. Make 1,000 when you're going down. This is probably making more than 1,000 though.
But it'd be very interesting to see like consecutive days without 1% move.
Yeah.
Or whatever during regular trading hours. I mean, the election was like a 1% gap up, so I wouldn't count that. But like intraday,
that was like 3% gap up.
Yeah, we haven't got a good intraday move in so long.
Yeah. So here in the 0 DTE, we've reached positive Vanna. Or I'm sorry, in the all expiration, reached positive Vanna. Let's see if some of that will expire come this week.
It's in free fall now. You've lost 59. You've lost 59.75. Oh, we're going down quick.
62.50. That positive Vanna. You see now these big spikes of positive Vanna are going to go down hard.
Nasdaq's down
right
1.8%.
This one 62.50. That's going to go down hard. This negative here, 61.50. What is that? 6,300, 61.50. That's where the negative Vanna is right now. It probably needs to update. I do want to express a thank you to Michael and Max, who's online right now, and Patrick, if this was you, for straightening out the 5 points on the 3D chart now. I have to send a text to you guys, and you guys polished it off real fast. At home, you guys can give clap emojis on the YouTube. So, this is only puts. That would explain a bit. People have sold some of these puts.
I bet you. Oh, the delta profile is probably going to change up a little bit here. We're about to be under 59.70, so we're about to throw the dealer long calls out the money.
Mm-hmm.
And then all you have is it. So from 67
300. Yeah. So this 62.50. All these 62.50s. See, that's the one thing about this positive Vanna that's above strike, but you see nothing below the market. We're sitting here. If I'm looking at all these sharks coming at me, right? Where are they? 62, 61, 61, right? Where's the market price right now? Right here. There is nothing. All this flat land is support. It's gone. And anything that's negative, it's all down here. This is what I've been warning about on Twitter. And it's not so much, I'm trying to look out and say what could cause this drop. And it turned out it was an FOMC thing, but
it's the same thing as last week.
To me, it's not normal. If it's a known catalyst, usually it doesn't affect the markets like this. But I mean, it was seen negatively, and it was like to the market, right? Bye-bye. We knew it was coming.
Oh, boy.
So, anyway.
We are chopping at 59.70 SPX.
Well, it looks like right here, 59.70. I mean, this is the divot in the Vanna. This is where I was saying there was a little bit of support right here. Looks like put to get bought. Is VIX skyrocketing? This is like where we should be over VIXing.
VIX is 18.5 right now, 1852. S&P's down 1.3%. VIX point.
VIX is up 1.77.
No, 2.66.
How much?
2.48 now. 2.48.
So this got to catch up. All right.
Mm-hmm. Is vol going to drop, or is the S&P just going to speed up? That's the question.
Well, no. I mean, vol has to drop 2 points, right?
Or the S&P can drop.
So vol has to drop. Oh, see, it updated now. It's up 2.5. So let's take a look at spot vol correlation. There's SPX. Looking at negative 1.21. So for every 1 point in VIX, you want to see negative 1.21%. We see 2.5 points of VIX. That means we should be seeing 3.6%. So we are over VIX by a lot, right? We are over VIX. What are we seeing? Like negative 1%?
Oh, we're over negative 1%.
I don't think we're hitting the over VIX signal, which is 2 points above where it should be.
I think next stop is 5,900 exactly. 6,000 didn't offer much support.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of fundamental sellers out there. If the bond curve is, yeah. Another thing too is this is like my first live stream doing this kind of thing. Dave Portnoy curses a lot. I'm not going to curse a lot, but at least I don't think I am. But this right here, liquidity. See that, Hunter?
Mm-hmm. It's very
down a lot. $2.5, by the way, for liquidity for spreads. That's a big number. That's a big number. Dealers are adjusting out. That's where the VIX is going. They need to buy. They need to see bought puts.
The tricky part here is
positioning.
So to look at it this way too, a lot of this rally's been because of some, a lot of the tech names. The Nasdaq's been going through the roof, and even though the S&P's breaking lower, Nasdaq is yet to trade below last Tuesday's low. That was sort of the big area.
Oh, SPX, 1.46%.
I don't even think the Nasdaq's really gotten to a big sell mode yet, so I think there is a lot more territory to go.
So yeah, I mean, I've been warning about this for a long time. We are now look at where's all the puts gone. 5950, 5900, 5975.
All those puts are in money.
459.60.
All those
You're
puts
about to
are
get
money.
punked, you put seller. All right. I wonder if that's the FOMC guy in the back.
Oh, we're almost at 59.50. It's still going.
Oh my goodness! I said that on Twitter. Why did I say that? I'll show you why I said that.
VIX is about to hit 19.
6,000. We hit 59.50 real fast. Why? Because of this. Boom! Right there. That's the divot. 59.55, 59.50. Now, this is your only bulls. This is your spot. This is where you have to protect right here. If you don't protect this and you get down to like this 59.25 kind of area, you get maybe a little bit of support at 58.80, but This is where you have to make your stand, Bulls. P.S. I don't want you to make your stand.
Oh,
My negative play is
going through the roof.
my
right
risk
now.
reversal there. I think my downside butterfly might be I think 59.50 is my downside butterfly long strike.
Ooh.
So, Bulls, this is it. Bring it up. This is it. This is your chance. This is your chance. This is where you're going to have to step it up.
When's the last time we had a negative 2% day?
I don't know. Probably August, right? Beginning of August.
When's the last time we had a negative 2% intraday and not a gap?
A negative 2% what?
Negative 2%, like from open to close instead of like gap.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's a good point.
I think the yen we just gap down 2% and just.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Let's engage with our 306 viewers. All right.
Oh, you're getting a solid bounce here. You've bounced 14 points off
59.50.
Okay.
Bounced at 59.55. Is that call? Is that are the people? Is your order flow saying people are buying, or is this just like your little floaty thing again?
You had a buyer at 60.33 right there, which is basically right there, but it's just that's not real buying. That's just. Remember 2 days ago, or was it 2 days ago? That squeeze into close, the 20-point squeeze into close. That was yesterday. Oh, I was like, this is real buying. It's just like bloop. That was hilarious.
J Powell supports Max Payne. Oh, Tom N gonna knife catch. Oh, tell us how it goes, Tom N.
Wow, 24.66 at 60.40. Someone's got a one order on ES right now for 2,466 contracts. It's 60.40 right there. Imagine
At
being the guy
what?
at 60.40 ES. That's 59.65 SPX. Imagine being the guy who can put 2,600 contracts on the bid.
Anyway,
one order, man. That
Oh, Tom. Well, like I said, I mean, 59.50 is the bull stand. If you're going to knife catch, 59.50 is the place to do it. At least try, right? I'm not gonna.
I can't knife catch JP. I don't even see the NASDAQ like going in full sell mode yet.
Yeah.
I think once the NASDAQ gets
here's
in
the other
full
thing, crypto is Max just chimed in. Crypto is tanking too. And that's the thing. If liquidity is bad in options and liquidity is bad in equities, it'll be bad in bonds, it'll be bad in crypto, it'll be bad in everything. It's a broad, liquidity is not in isolation. It's in,
I'm finally green on my Tesla short.
That was the worst accent ever, Jason. Come on, man. Look, James Knight. Let me talk to you. To James Knight. We kicked their butt 300 years ago. We don't need to talk like them. Let's see. Oh, I did not know that. That's why this is selling off. The Fed is predicting higher inflation next year.
I thought that was common sense.
Is that true? Let me go look at.
I mean,
They didn't say higher inflation.
They're cutting rates ahead of like good job data, good economic data. Why cut rates?
No, they didn't. They're not predicting higher inflation. They're predicting right here. I mean, I guess somebody is predicting higher inflation right here, right? So somebody is. Hmm. 2024 consensus at the right answer.
As a knife catcher, Jason, none of this looks good to catch this knife.
Really?
It's it just looks ugly.
I know you are a knife catcher.
Yeah, and I don't even want to touch this. Oh,
What is it at? It bounced and then it's coming back.
Yeah, it's. I don't even think the Nasdaq's really started its push yet.
I think the FOMC is finally saying what I've been saying, but that's the thing. It's like when you look at economic, economic stuff. I've got to put these things away. I'm not going to eat any dinner tonight, although I have stuff to cook dinner tonight. All these, like, when you're an economist and you see like all these kind of things, and I am a macroeconomic tourist. Like, I don't know like all the intricacies as much as some other people, like, Andy and whoever. He knows, like, they know like all the bond interconnections and everything. I'm not that guy, but when you see something, when you see helicopter money and you think inflation, duh, you know what I mean? Like, that happens. When you say like immigration, my thought, oh, duh, that happens. But the market, as much as we call it smart money, the market is stupid. Like, the market takes so long to recognize these things. It takes forever. And then, I position as if the market is super smart. And like, you got all these quants, like, like they're doing their thing and they noticed immigration policies. We're going to deport a bunch of people. Therefore, aggregate demand is going to tank and labor supply is going to tank. And therefore, we're going to have a tight labor market and aggregate demand is going to tank. I see that. Even Nick Timmerose saw that in his Monday article, right? Nick Timmerose said that. And so I'm thinking, like, well, I guess everybody would see that, right? No, the market doesn't see that stuff until the last second, until Jay Powell comes out there in a press conference and says, we might see more inflation next year because of it. Like he has to spell it out, and it has to be him. It can't be Bostic. It can't be Goolsby. It can't be anybody else. It just has to be him. Anyway, we're hitting lower lows.
It's just
59.50 bulls. This is your chance. According to Vanna, this is your chance. Anyway, let's see. Yep, there's your chance right here. This is it.
You're about to get your 59.50.
Oh, and it's not
so
mine.
close.
I want it.
Well, you make the call on Twitter. It's about to hit.
Well, I made the call on Twitter a bunch of times where I said if 6,000 breaks, 59.50 comes fast. Would you consider what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 half hour? Would you consider that fast? 50 points in a half hour?
Yes. Yes. But there's always going to be that one person who's like, well, it wasn't fast according to me. It didn't happen in 1 minute.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't fast enough for me. I bought flex options for 5 minutes from now. Oh, you got ripped off.
I bought one Delta put options because I thought it was going to happen in the next 10 minutes.
Vanna inertia is way down. It's still down. Why is Vanna inertia? Oh, because of this. This spike is higher than this spike. So if we could settle in this area, it looks like there's a little bit of support here. If you're going to knife catch it, it's like one of those things where when you drop the knife and then you go to catch it and you catch it and you stay there in that pose for a little bit if you caught it. And then you wonder, okay, am I alive? Is all my fingers intact? And then you either drop it or, whatever. But we'll see if the fundamental, the macro bros can take us down past 59.50. I lost all my water's gone in my Volland mug.
I'm just so happy about Tesla finally rolling.
What is Tesla at?
It's 449.
It's still like up 100% since Trump got elected.
Well, I got in at 458. And
you shorted it yourself.
yeah. What good are models if you don't listen to them? I mean, the position's for March, so plenty of time. Here we go for the 59.50. Just have a drum roll in the background till you get your 59.50.
No, it's okay. I mean, if I get trolled over 59.50, whatever.
Well, you made a giant 50-point call that 59.51 has traded, so 1 point's not that. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Do you see any relief there?
Sorry, I was just running welcome.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Just wondering what your order flow sees.
There's nothing to knife catch.
We just dropped below 59.50.
It's still going.
It's still going.
I mean, who's really coming in to buy? I guess we should ask that question.
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know what right now he's talking about core versus headline inflation. He's like, core inflation is a better predictor of headline inflation than headline inflation is. I'm like, okay, yeah, duh. But all right. So really, 59.50 is your spot right now. We've dropped below it. I mean,
they threw the
59.35 would be your next even possible knife catching moment. And if you lose that, you get down to 59.25 and you lose 59.35 to 59.25, lose this stripe right here. Yeah, that's a bye-bye. You're not seeing anything till 58.80.
Like 5,900's where I might like, okay, maybe we can think about reversion, guys. Maybe.
That's not what Volland says. Volland says 58.80, man. If you feel like feeling 20 points of pain, go for it.
Sometimes, you're into that kind of stuff.
Oh man. Let's do a curios check. I mean, I know where I am.
I know where I am. I'm testing, thinking,
James, I sounded more Indian than English. That would make a lot of sense though, because the our environment here is I live in a very Indian community, so a lot of Indian. I guess they are my.
VIX is almost 20. If you're checking that,
I just looked at like the list of chats from Jill. She's very upset. She's saying no pretzels.
VIX is now up 3.77.
I'm sorry, I could not resist the pretzels. Let me see my
you passed your over VIX signal now.
Yeah. I think we'll stream until like 5-10 minutes after the press conference is over. I do have an appointment at 4, so I have to. I mean, it's a video call, so I have to. But oh, the fancy gamma chart. Okay. Oh,
There it is. That looks a lot more supportive.
I don't know why my screen is showing as. I turned off J Powell, by the way. He's not going to say anything to save this.
Yeah.
Here, let me reshare my screen. It's coming up as blank white. Oh, we see. Okay. Updating. So anyway, let's see what any comments. Oh, jeez. Indian accent. Hold on. So when I mean, I'm not like a comedian by any means, but when I do my Indian accent, I don't know. I'm not. Chills in the background saying, no. When this stuff gets on the internet, that's true. I guess, all right, because you gave me your permission, but, one day I will be up, one day I will, like that. I'm already getting quoted in some of these news articles and stuff. One day, I'll be the Kramer. It'll be like a face-off between me and Sam, and we'll be like, I think market's going to go down. I think market's going to go up. Oh. And then Sam's going to be like, well, you did a really crappy Indian accent on your YouTube live stream on December 18th, 2024. Let's go to the tape. And you're going to see me with a crappy Indian accent with Hunter sitting there laughing at me. That's what's going to end up happening. And I'm going to get canceled. Okay, there's my script. So
that was a great Indian accent, Jason.
Yeah.
I loved it.
All right. Let me the shared screen says it's still loading, but it is not. Did we bounce? We're now bouncing at B of A line in the sand. What does that mean? Oh, people are selling this. Yeah, B of A. So B of A means they're buying both sides. So that's short. Yeah, they're short on both sides. This is a B of A line in the sand. That's why it's reading like that.
People are wanting like a squeeze into close from a 0 DTE side. The in the money deltas do not support that. And there's just so much in the money puts that dealers are, it's not going to be this giant gamma squeeze into close.
Yeah.
You would have to get like way above 6,000 for that to be considered. Right now, they're going to hold it down because they have a lot of puts in the money as volatility is compressing in the close, in the money deltas grow, and so it's just dealers getting more and more short into those puts.
Yeah.
Thanks for my TED Talk. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, Jason.
Yep. Squeeze could happen, but doubtful.
Squeeze a lower low, maybe has much more chance of that. It's just
Well, this is 59.46. I mean, I would consider with this velocity, you could almost consider that a small that support area that we had there for the bulls.
Mm-hmm.
This spike right here. 59.46. If you go over a little bit, some bulls buy it up, and we're back over here. You could probably settle in, I don't know about a squeeze. I don't know what you would consider, what the definition is of a squeeze, but 59.60 to 59.70 area, if that's where you close and that's where you want to squeeze, dude, get a butterfly right here. A 59.65 butterfly. These puts are getting bought up.
0 DT delta is sitting at 47 billion.
Well, that's because of all the in the money puts, right?
Yes, that's why I'm like, they're
Yeah.
holding it down.
Yeah. So, we just dropped below 59.50 again. Bum, 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 bum.
I get where it like lines and sands, but when that in the money positions there, that's of that significant size is not likely.
Yeah. So I guess we could do this for like 5 more minutes. I have to prepare for my 4 o'clock. So, yeah,
Still going lower. You're about to break a low day now. For I don't know how many times.
did we just? Well, yeah, this is like even because of the support goes away because we're done. See now, if you break this 59.50 area,
New low day. You're at 45s now.
you got to get down to 58.80. I mean, you have to defend now 59.35.
You're at 45. 44.
Yeah, this is your next play. Bulls is your next chance. Tom N, you want to try to catch this knife? Tom N, how do you feel? You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you? But anyway, yeah, so
There's 59.40. Oh, maybe you should have said something lower instead of 59.50. You should have said 59.20. Shoot for the stars.
Really, like as we were showing in the 3D chart, there was no support. The like next place of any sort of support would be like 59.50, or I'm sorry, like big support would be like 5,500. But now that's not even showing up on any chart, like other than Delta, But yeah. So now Tom is now it's like he, instead of catching the knife goes through the floor, then through the floor, then through the floor. So he's like, it's like Home Alone 2. He walks in the door and it's like, like 3 stories down. There's your Christmas movie reference of the day. So anyway.
Do you think the out the money options were priced efficiently today?
No. That's why we're overpriced like crazy. I mean, that's why after 6,000, they were priced for, basically they were priced for over-vixing under 6,000. I do want to see what's the we're down to 59.38.
I remember in VC yesterday, your biggest call was the straddle. You don't like playing straddles, but the straddle was like the position.
Yeah. I said long straddle because of how small that. Yeah, long straddle was a decent position. That would have won. Let's see. Thank you, Mr. Singh. You did try to get me in trouble, though. You did try to get me canceled. Let's see. So we're looking at VIX right now is a 3.76, right? 3.76 points. So we should be down 4.54. How much is 1 point? How many percent are we down? 1.88?
Yes.
So VIX should be 1.31. If it's more than 3.31, and it is, That activates the overvix signal. We'll have to see if that's the way it pans out. If we get like a little bounce here,
I think that's it.
Did
Right
we
there.
hit 59.35 and we bounced?
That's probably one of the best long signals right here in the close. 60-15 ES.
Look,
that's the buyer.
did I just say 59.35 is the Bulls' next stand, right?
You got them on the tape.
Where's the lowest of the day?
37? 35.97. I'm trying to get in there.
59.35.3. People. Get your sub, man. Get your sub. Like 59.35, 51. That's where the next bounce was. I mean, we could fall below that. It wasn't exactly a bajillion dollars of support, you know. It was just this little tab here, right? Just these three right here. Doesn't this look like I'm looking at constellations?
What do the stars say?
Yeah, the stars say this is like your little bit of support, but okay, so we have a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your bounce, if you are, you're looking at order flow and you're saying the bulls are beginning to step in,
yeah,
we could get back up to 59.65. What?
They're getting a lot more aggressive right here.
Well, we're near the low of the day again. So if they're getting very aggressive, you can get a butterfly here. I think this is probably worth something, right? Here, follow. Is your order flow up? Is your order flow being shared?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Here, oh,
no,
you got to share it.
You.
I don't think it's being shared. Yeah, Jill, share his thing. I want to go on to. So you got to tell me what you see, where you see them being more aggressive.
Mm-hmm. I think you can see it. The giant lightsaber. I like to call it giant lightsaber.
Oh, the big blue.
Yeah, this is your. Which
so
is
that's a buy right there.
Yeah, that's your first buy of this entire downtrend. You can see it right here since they've been talking.
Yeah.
So this is JPOW news. Then all these are just giant sales, and then now this is your first buyer you've had in this entire downtrend. So I think right now this is one of those where reversion buyers into tomorrow. We sort of talked about order flow being one of those sort of leading components. So I think tomorrow might try to buy back into this move and get maybe back to 59.50, 59.60. Kind of the area you were looking at. It doesn't necessarily need to be today, right? On your vanna chart. So
this is dropped low. It's 59.32 now.
I think tomorrow might be over VIX. Let VIX come down. We're at 19.88.
So usually in the over VIX signal, when you get the over VIX signal, you get a one more day of like downside, and then you bounce. So I would not, and that this is just me. I'm not gonna activate my over VIXing signal yet. I am.
You can see another one. It's 602. They're starting to get, this side I would, quit pushing puts. You're starting to push a lower edge now. And so this is probably where I start going from just a really aggressive sell buys to, more of a neutral reversion bias.
Yeah. Don't forget your PSA. I believe tonight is BOJ, right?
Oh, just save all the events for right before Christmas.
Yeah, I think. I don't remember if it's tonight or tomorrow. I think it might be tomorrow night. It might be tomorrow night. Maybe. We'll see.
This looks good.
I'll ask Jill through the thing. Hold on. I have to get into the right screen. Here we are. Jill, is our internet back up yet? Or am I still going to operate on our Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi? Okay. There, my hotspot. That's what I meant. Oh, we're down to 59.23.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to change my buys about tomorrow.
We met. Yep. You bulls, your last stand. You lost. You did not stand very well.
That's why we're short Tesla. Oh man, I bet you that.
Just as a side note, I do want to express this. Kyrgios is crushing it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Outro.
What?
There's the outro. Hit it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
tomorrow's gonna be very interesting though. Maybe.
Yeah, tomorrow will. I mean, I think we'll probably get some follow up. We're at 59.19 now.
Yeah, I think they'll push it up tomorrow. You're gonna have a lot of people let the water settle tomorrow. I mean, VIX is almost 21 too. Did you see that?
Yeah, we are over VIXing. So this is our over VIX drop.
Yeah,
it's what we get. Past 59.50, 5900 is basically our next stop. It's our next chance. So, all right, I do have to get ready for this. I do have to get ready for 4 o'clock. I still have to read my my thing. But,
you should have put if we lose 6,000, we're going straight to 5,900.
everybody would be everybody. I mean, everybody always gets on my case. But all right, we'll do our last check though. Interestingly, and actually not that interestingly, I kind of knew this was going to happen if we did drop like this. Vanna is negative 3 billion.
Wow, the S&P is negative 2.33% right now. This is one of the first negative 2% days in so long.
Kyrgios out. That's all I gotta say.
Tomorrow's going to be fun.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Hunter. This was fun. Well, there's people that want us to do this monthly, I think, but I don't know, man. That's Derek. So where to now?
Need to let the dust settle.
I mean, you can see right here. You know, there's like support here, I guess, to like 58.30. So, I mean, we could bounce maybe like a 1 week. You could do like a 1 week fly, but, you know, you're trying to catch a knife here. You know, 58.30. What are we at now? 59.10. So this is your support. This is the bull's best chance. This area right here. You got until like 5,800 before you really lose some support. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys, but this has been it's been a fun adventure.
Tesla's down 10%.
What'd you say?
Tesla's down 10%.
10%? Wow.
Yes.
Well, if it can go up 50%, it could go down 10%. It's down 10%, which brings its year over year gains down to 130%.
You're about to lose 5,900 SPX now. You're trading under 5,900 SPX now. You're in the 58s now.
So 5,900's right here. Still got a little, so it'll make a quick trip to 58.80 now. Oh. Go Kyrgios. This was my downside. This was like right now we are in the midst of my big downside play. So, all right, we got to go. I got 20 minutes to read this brief. I've got a pep talk in 20 minutes.
It's speeding up. Oh my goodness. We're trading 58.90s.
Well, I told you 50. If you lose 5,900, you're getting down to 5,880.
I didn't know you meant it like 1 minute.
You should have bought your one delta calls. What are you doing?
I don't know what.
What are you doing, man?
S&P's going for negative 3%.
Really?
It's at negative 2.7 right now. It's almost negative 3.
What is
Nasdaq's negative 3.8 right now.
what's the fix at?
VIX is 22, going on 23. It's at 22.77.
So there's a big over vixing. Big over vixing.
You're trading 58.90s. My goodness.
Yeah, it's a big over vixing. So now you know what that means, right? That means we're gonna have to bounce. We're gonna bounce to 60.50 within 2 weeks. That's what the over vixing signal is.
The Santa rally. Now you're the one
Santa
who
rally.
brought JP, mess with Santa, you're going to bring him back. Volland, it's green, works out.
That's the over vixing. That's the over vixing. But let's. How much of it is
Wow.
liquidity?
You're trading 58.80s.
This is a huge number right here. Liquidity is a huge number.
It's getting more illiquid.
Yeah. Yeah, up is bad, by the way. Up is bad in dealer spreads. You don't want spreads. You want narrow. So people are buying calls and puts. There's a lot of that means there's knife catchers out there. So all right. Now I really am gonna go.
All right. Sorry to keep you. It was
I'm
a very
over
fun
10
stream. I appreciate the invite.
10 minutes. So everybody, hope you enjoyed this. Maybe we'll do this on FOMC days. I can't see myself doing this monthly.
All right.
This is a lot, but
It's been
all right,
good.
Hunter, take it easy.
All right, take it easy.